Hey, I'm CDiinky. Alrighty guys, in today's video we are going to be going over the brand new best build inside of Granted. This build is so strong that it can work with any weapon and it kills any bug and creature in under 60 seconds. I am not joking. Now what this build is going to consist of is the brand new Lucky Hat. If you guys would like more information on how to get the Lucky Hat, you can go ahead and click my top right little card and watch the short for all the details. Now why is the Lucky Hat so useful? Well, it's because of its playful pinch effect, which is going to give us a plus 20% damage boost to any creature that is not wearing green. Now the creatures that are wearing green are going to be the aphids, scarabs, bombardier beetles, stink bugs, all the infected creatures including the infected broodmother, and the mantis boss. I don't remember the mantis wearing green, but for some reason this does not work with the mantis boss. But if you are wanting to fight the mantis or any of the other creatures that are wearing green, you can go ahead and switch the Lucky Hat out with the eye patch. Basically you deal the exact same amount of damage, but you'll just be taking more damage with the eye patch because you have less damage resist. So now I've gone over the Lucky Hat, let's go over and jump straight into the two builds today that I will be showing you guys, a melee build and a ranged build. For us melee players, you want to have the fire ant arm guards down the bulky path and the mantis leggings down the sleek path. With all this combined, we are going to be dealing a bunch of raw damage, reduces enemies defenses, and also have a bleed effect on them, which is going to be insane. And the trinket I would highly recommend is Thor's Pendant, which just gives you a massive amount of buffs for basically free in one trinket. And now for those who are going to rock this with a range build, I would highly recommend having the moth robe down sleek for the extra stamina and bleed, and also the Bishan guards for a chance of slowing creatures down so you can run away from them. Now the trinket really doesn't matter, it can be Thor's Pendant or it can be the Wasp Queen trinket. It is basically preference. The Wasp Queen trinket pretty much gives you a chance to not consume ammo, and the Thor's Pendant literally is just, it gives you free damage pretty much. Now we've gone over the armor for the melee build and the range build, let's go over the weapons. And the weapons are pretty much going to be whatever you feel like. If you're going to fight any spiders, I would recommend a spicy katana. If you're going to fight a black widow or any creature around the yard just for running or whatever, I would use the acid edge. And if you're wanting to fight wasps or the Wasp Queen or the mantis, use the salty club or the mother demon. And of course for range users, just use the Black Ox crossbow. It's like the best bow in the game pretty much. So now we've gone over the armor, we have gone over the weapons. Now let's go over the mutations for this build. And the core mutations I would highly recommend is going to be Coup de Grace for increased crit chance, Trapper Peeper for increased critical hit damage, Cardio Fan for more stamina, and Spicy Safety for more defense. Now you may be wondering why I don't have one other mutation applied. That is because whatever weapon you're going to be rocking, chuck that mutation on. For example, if you're using an axe, use the Chopper mutation. If you're using a blade, use Blade Master. If you're using a bow, use the Sharpshooter mutation, and so on. Alright, now we've gone over the mutations, let's go ahead and jump into the smoothie buffs we are going to be giving our character. And this is going to be beefy soothing syrup, like literally any just random healing fodder that you're going to need. But the main buffs you want is Sticky Liquid Rage with plus 10% damage, Sticky Boss Force for plus 5% crit chance, and Sticky Human Food for increased damage resistance. You can also use bandages as well. Now the meal I would highly recommend is Perfect Toast. Now you may be thinking this is a New Game Plus exclusive, and it is not. If you go to the remixer room, you can go ahead and find 2 Perfect Toast pieces, it's even in normal mode, and this is the best meal in the entire game, so I would highly recommend grabbing this one. And now the final buff you're going to need is one of these 2 pets. You can either have the Fire Ant pet for plus 20% damage, or the Black Ant pet for plus 50% damage resistance. It's completely up to you, but for this video we are going to be going with the Fire Ant. And now we are here at the Hedge Broodmother entrance. Now before you fight any boss or any creature, I would highly recommend marking their trophy mount for a free 20% damage boost. Let's go ahead and chuck that bad boy on. Let's also go ahead and start buffing ourselves up for the Hedge Broodmother boss fight. For those wondering, we are going to be in medium mode, as low mode our pet ant will die and we do not want that. Now we're going to chuck on our Blade Master mutation and get ready for the melee build, so let's chow down on the Perfect Toast. And let's go ahead and spawn in the Hedge Broodmother. Now the Broodmother is going to die in, I would say, like maybe 10-20 seconds if I can perfect parry all these attacks. But as you can see, the first few hits, she's already pretty much down to half HP. We have done 3 full combos on her, and she's already a quarter of her health. 4 full combos, and the Hedge Broodmother is down with the melee build. Extremely fast, like I'm lost for words for how strong this build is. And now it's time to show off the ranged build for us ranged players. This is going to be slightly less strong than the melee build, but still extremely strong. We'll start off by shooting the Hedge Broodmother one shot. We've chunked her HP. Like, the amount of damage we just did is, it should be illegal, the amount of damage we're dealing. Let's go ahead and perfect parry that attack. Shoot the Hedge Broodmother again. There we go, we've got the slow shot and the burn on her from our spicy arrows. Now we're focusing on crits for the bow build, and just like that. Down for the count. The bow build is like mainly reliant on critical hit damage, which is why we just chunked like half of her health in a single shot. But just like that. Melee build, bow build, Hedge Broodmother stands no chance. And now we are here in the Wasp Queen boss fight. I'm going to start off with the bow build for this one, just because I feel like just shooting the Wasp Queen with the bow. So we have our mutations, we are fully buffed up. We've got the Thor's Pendant on, everything is set. We have salty arrows, which is the Wasp Queen's weakness. And just with one shot, we got our slow shot from the bee armor, and we just chunked her for a quarter of her health already. There we go, we've got the moth armor coming into play here. We are really reliant on crits, but as you can see, in like 4 or 5 shots, she's already half HP. And now when she summons, you can go ahead and swap to a different weapon, or you can just keep going ahead and like brute forcing it. I would recommend swapping to a second weapon in the Wasp Queen boss fight, just for the summons, because they always take 3 hits to be killed. So now it's going to wait and just kill the Wasp Queen, and just, yeah. It's a very simple and efficient build, especially when killing her. Just like that, she's gone into a landing phase, like twice, right back to back. Now, the build does get slightly weak when the bosses have more defense in their lower, like, health phases. But, like, still no match. Like, I've taken no damage. I've done, like, I'm lost for words. I can't even, like, think properly. Like, the amount of damage I'm just dealing to her. Completely nuts and completely broken, I must say. And now it's time to use the melee build for the Wasp Queen. We are going to be using the Club of the Mother Demon down the salty path. It is objectively the best weapon against her. In here she comes. She's going to aggro onto our pet ant. That's not what we want. We want her to come down here so we can start attacking her. We might be able to get a few hits in here. She's just slightly too high, which is very annoying. Let's go ahead and use a bandage on that, and just a crit, like the amount of damage. Already 2, 3 full combos, already half HP, about to summon into her final phase. She summons in the drone, she lands, and like, we're out of stamina, but that's completely fine. We'll get our stamina back up, and just destroy her health bar. And in one more combo, she should be dead. Even with the Wasp drone healing her, just dead. Just down for the count, like, this build, too good. Extremely, extremely strong. And now, for the heck of it, why not? Let's go ahead and use the Acid Edge and try out the build on a Black Widow. Black Widows are pretty scary, but with this build, it shouldn't be a problem. She does have a healing, but like that crit, like, dead. like, even though I got hit a few times, and she had her healing buff on her and her attack speed buff, that one crit did half of a health bar. Like, or almost half of a health bar. Like, I couldn't even think what was happening, and she's already dead, just like that. I'm going to use the range build against a Black Widow using sour arrows. Hopefully, we deal a bit of damage. One shot, a massive amount of damage with the chunk, but she is healing, which is unfortunate. Perfect block all those attacks. Shoot her again. I wouldn't say the range build is extremely instantly just okay. No, I was going to say maybe the range build isn't good against the Black Widows, but a stun and 2 shots and then they're dead. Alright, Black Widows, you guys just need to get out of here now. So that there is going to the end of today's video, guys. I'm pretty sure you guys get the gist of how strong this build actually is. Unfortunately, for some reason, it doesn't work on the Mantis boss fight. Possibly the devs might change this in the future, and if they do, I will definitely let you guys know down below in the comments. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and heck, even a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. And a massive thank you to my YouTube members, and especially my tier 3 members, Idiot Plays, The Stitchman, and Abby the Cute Cat Gamer. If you guys like to become members of the channel, go ahead and check the perks down below. I would really appreciate that. But enough of me yapping and plugging my membership. I will catch you guys in the next video.